Oh my god. Okay, so today we are going to be watching a video by Goose Pimples. The video is titled 7 Ghost Videos Scarier Than Finding Your Boss on Tinder. Okay, before we do that, I didn't realise that about 3 days ago marked my year anniversary, I guess, of uploading on this channel. So guys, thank you if you are liking, commenting, subscribing and recommending me videos and DMing me on Instagram, and I've met some really cool people doing this. So I just want to say a massive thank you to those who take the time and have been supporting me along this whole journey, and there's no slowing down. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. But if you do like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Goose Pimples. Let's go.
Two small-time ghost hunters, Dimitri and Jean Baptiste, thought they hit the jackpot when they stumbled across an abandoned building hidden deep in the woods of Floric.
I don't know if I'm ready for this today. Jesus.
The Chartreuse Belsito was built back in 1825, and over the years, it's been a quarry, a seminary, a school, even a retirement home. But since 1995...
Is this like the scariest building on earth? What?
Every new owner who tried to fix it up, gone, vanished before the work was ever finished. Nature swallowed it whole until Dimitri and Jean Baptiste tore through the tree line and stepped inside. They were hoping for a few orbs, maybe a door slam. What they found instead should have stayed buried.
Do you know what? I was going to say, I'm not going to jump, I'm not going to be scared, I'm not going to, mate, no. Today, I know I'm going to be scared. I can feel it. Mate, what is this like video game POV type thing? This is really good, but also terrifying. What the hell? I can. Oh, mate, I am... Mate, what is going on, mate? I don't... I'm looking at this doorway here, thinking that this shadow is, like, going to jump out. I'm looking in here, thinking, is there someone in there? And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, what even is that? Mate, there's too much suspense going on right now. What?
Did you see it? When the sheet is thrown, it drapes over a completely humanoid figure. You can even see the frantic hand movement, indicative of someone trying to throw something off of them.
Are we...
How they were able to pinpoint
the production on this does point me towards thinking that it's fake. Like, first of all, why is it in black and white when it's broad daylight outside? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, this reminds me of like a skit type thing, you know, like a haunted skit type thing, but it's scary as hell.
The location of the spirits is unknown.
My God.
But the payoff is absolutely petrifying.
I feel like you can almost like, I'm probably just seeing things here, but I feel like I'm seeing like an outline of, I'm definitely seeing things.
Perhaps they figure is the reason so many people left the place abandoned.
Because also, mate, if it is a GHOST, then what are you doing stood there? Just what, next to the fire? Just, if I stand still, they won't see me. Then well, they can, mate, because they just threw something in your head.
Not. This guy always knew that the quality of his flat's build wasn't fantastic. He decided to make the best of a bad situation and just roll with the punches. But one night, he just couldn't put it down to bad build quality when he was jolted up at 2:30 in the morning with a horrifying wake-up call.
Так, время 2:30. Ночи ясно.
That room is so incredibly dark.
Понятно. Какая-то хуйня долбит мне в
Mate.
Но только там, блядь, никого нету.
I'm so not ready for this, mate. What is this? No.
Отсюда видно, не видно.
The camera doing all that weird stuff, that makes me instantly think this is fake. Or it could be a real video and someone's edited it. Oh my god, his hand made me jump. Oh my... What is wrong with me? Oh my god, his hand made me jump.
Жутко, что пиздец, нахуй.
How's his reflection making me jump?
Блядь, я под одеяло.
You probably already know that 2:30 AM is part of the witching hour, and nothing good ever happens during that period. Whatever is knocking at his window has somehow been able to knock the glass out of the frame inwards. Either the building really needs an upgrade, or there's something strange going on.
I mean, it could be a bit of both, to be honest.
First option,
yeah, that.
But for 3 straight months, the banging persisted.
Mate, it's going to be poor build quality, isn't it? Let's be real. I don't understand that angle. Okay, so it's gone from like the glass being the thing to like sort of vibrate and bang against it. He then removed the glass and then it just sounded like someone's like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Have we seen this? Why does this video seem like I feel like I've seen this one before? I'll tell you what, mate, if I see something... Yeah, the whole camera going weird thing, I don't believe that. No way. Doesn't mean it ain't scary though, do you know what I mean? Oh my god. I just don't get the obsession as well with leaving the lights off. What is wrong with people, mate? TT. BLO. Turn the bloody lights on. It ain't hard.
Не знаю, так видно, не видно.
Like, you just wouldn't stand there, would you? Like, you just wouldn't. Okay, now it's a...
It seems as though when he took the mirror away from the window and faced whatever the hell it was, it moved on to knocking on his door. It's odd that the second he turned the light on, the banging stopped. A few commenters seemed suspicious that the cat did not seem fazed at all by the activity.
Такие приколы.
Normally cats are known to be sensitive to any kind of paranormal activity, so this is definitely strange. But how the hell could that banging be happening?
Продолжается.
We know it was powerful enough to break the window, so what the hell is going on? The activity continued for a while, but it all became a bit too much when he realised he may have accidentally...
There's parts of this video that made me think, like, no whatsoever, but... There's other parts that I'm like, maybe? If we see something now, mate, I'll tell you what. The video, like, going all fuzzy and stuff is an edit, 100%. Oh my god, it was... How am I jumping at a keyboard? That's his reflection of his keyboard on his desk. I mean, look, someone or something is 100% banging it. Whether it's Oh my god. What the bloody hell just touched my leg? Oh my god, it felt like something just swiped past my leg. That was horrible. What was he doing with that? Oh. Hold on, why does his window look like a microwave? Oh, can we see that again? I'm sure my microwave opens just like that. What? Oh, I was waiting for something to happen. Yeah, mate, I do not believe this for 1 minute. That itself was a transition. Hold on. No, hold on. Right, 1 sec. When it does all this crumbly whatever and that is such an easy way. Look, like I say it all the time, I am not as expert in any of this. However, I am 100% putting this one down to being fake.
He says that after this, he didn't wait to see if anything else happened.
There was so much time
packed up and left immediately.
to have
when he returned in the morning,
like a transition, you know, like a cut.
He opened the closet that the stuff fell out of, and it was completely empty. After he opened that window, he realized the error of his ways and installed a security camera, knowing that his tormentor was now reigning free inside his home.
Wait, what's all the smoke about?
Is what he caught.
Okay. Well, oh mate, thing is, I'm like, yeah, it's fake. Still pooing myself. You are. Door's gonna open, guarantee you.
He knew he was beat, so he left the flat and went to live with his girlfriend. For 7 months straight, he tried to put the place out of his mind. The one
fair enough.
He was inexplicably drawn back to the front door. When he arrived, he saw that the place was in complete disarray. Things were strewn all across the floor and furniture tipped up. He was mighty confused because he knew that nobody but him had the key, and
I've not changed my opinion in any way, shape, or form. Like I'm gonna put my fake stamp on it. However, something else to sort of fuel my case for it being fake. Like, well, you're telling me that you went and lived with your girlfriend and you didn't go back to your house to collect anything that you may need for 7 months. I just don't believe that at all.
He hadn't set foot inside since he left 7 months ago. So what the hell could have made such a mess? He says that the knocking had stopped just before he left to surf between his friends and his girlfriend's places, but it seems to have been exchanged with something much more violent. As he tiptoed through the remains of his things, he felt a strange presence lingering nearby. So he decided to get the hell out of there.
Mate.
But he couldn't just leave that mystery unsolved. So he returned a few days later to reset up the bedroom security camera.
Of course.
The clip he provided from this final day is apparently edited down from a 30-minute video.
It's definitely edited, for sure. Okay. Okay. Why am I still scared? Oh, next video. Guys, what do you think? What do you think about this? Do you agree? Do you think it is fake? This just seems all a bit too much for me. Because one thing I'll never really understand, right? Like, you're a ghost, fine, but you're still like a person. You know what I mean? Like, you're still whatever. So, like, why would anyone change? How can I say this? I'm trying to. Basically, you wouldn't just, if you were a ghost, you wouldn't just go around moving little things, would you? Do you know what I mean? It seems so counterproductive. Like, you wouldn't do that if you were alive. Like, I'm not just going to randomly pull a clothing frame and then just put it half into the middle of the room and then just leave the rest of it and then open some wardrobes and leave that. Like, no, you open a wardrobe, you're going to close it again. Like, this is why I think sometimes these videos can be a bit silly, because it's like, no one's going to do that. And like, obviously messing about with like the computer. Oh, where's my mouse? Where is my mouse? Does it exist? There it is. And like, you know, messing about with like the computer screen and stuff, like smashing it backwards and forwards. It's like, you're not gonna. Why would you do that? I genuinely believe something, right? I do believe something. Just based on stuff that I've experienced in the past. But I don't think it's as simple as what people think. Like, it's like people think that as soon as they die, like, they just don't have a brain anymore. They'll just walk around willy-nilly. Okay, that's pretty scary. Walking around willy-nilly, just moving stuff in a room. You know what I mean? Like, no, that doesn't even seem slightly... Why did that whisper thing happen, mate? Why? I felt that in my chin. What? Do you know what I mean?
How could so many things be moving in so many different directions? We know that the flat is tiny, so there's nowhere for anyone to hide at all. At least he knows how the flat got in such a state when he was away. Could this be the work of a poltergeist who he had accidentally gave full access to his home?
Do you know what? If someone does believe this clip, for whatever reason, and if you do, not a problem. But if you do, I want to know why. What's leading you to think that this is real? Just so I can, maybe, it might change my mind. You never know.
Or is there something a bit suspicious about the whole thing?
Yeah.
We never know, as this guy hasn't posted anything for years. This was one of the last videos he posted before vanishing, so it's all up to speculation now.
It's all very ominous. He says that he like disappeared and stuff. Like, he just probably stopped uploading. You know what I mean? And lived it, just carried on with his life. I don't know, man.
A poltergeist told me you enjoy scary videos like this, but don't subscribe just yet.
Man, this is cool.
Earn your subscription by the end of this scary compilation.
Their merch is cool.
Number 5. Playing with fire. When this group of amateur videographers were catching some scenic shots in the woods, they expected to be running through the pathways after wildlife. What they didn't expect was to be sprinting after an age-old terrifying legend. Take a look.
Hold on. Let's have a look quickly. 1080p premium HD. What am I looking at? This is a YouTube channel. No disrespect to them. I hope they're doing... I'm sorry. I hope...
What the hell was that? It's definitely the figure of a human clad in robes and holding a ball of fire. Almost as soon as it appeared, it vanished
I was gonna
into
say
thin air.
The channel
But
seems
what could it be?
great. Like the quality though, what the
clip
hell?
was recorded in the Tuxtlas region of Mexico, and after a little bit of digging, we were able to find some posts that allude to an old age Mexican legend of witches, specifically fire witches. According to a few Mexican locals, there has always been a rich storytelling history of all sorts of paranormal figures, but the strangest phenomena is undeniably the balls of fire. This person on Reddit claims they and their family have seen throughout their lives.
That is weird, isn't it?
They believe them to be witches in their elemental form.
Mate, it just reminds me about all this like UFO, UAP, like balls of light. And then you've obviously got like ball lightning, which looks very different to that. But it just reminds me of like these things that just look like balls of energy and whatever, like these UAPs or whatever. Still haven't done a UAP video, by the way. Bloody hell, Adam, come on.
And were often seen dancing around with each other for hours on end. Cackling can also be heard in the presence of the fireballs. They're also known to appear.
Yeah, whereabouts is this?
And in forests. And some have
Mexico,
said
I think.
They could even be angels or saints. What do you think it could be?
It's the Human Torch from Fantastic Four. And he just chipped. What happened? He just left quickly.
4. Slumber party. Haunted apartments sound like foolproof recipes for a terrifying time, which is why most of us try to stay as far away from them. Except for this guy over on Blogger Sky Bypass, who, for some reason, needed to get his fill of creepy confined spaces. He stumbled upon the strange apartment in the center of St. Petersburg after asking his circles for any leads on spooky activity, and one of his friends came through.
I don't know why, but I've got a really weird feeling about this video.
Learned that the apartment he would be spending his time investigating was communal between two families, and his friend's grandmother had lived there before. When she suddenly died one day, a load of children supposedly visited the place, with nobody really knowing who they were or what they wanted. So, armed with all that knowledge...
What is this? Is that the Lord and Saviour? Cheese and rice.
He suited up with all his recording equipment and headed inside, and ended up wishing he had never sniffed around.
Это сейчас ты был?
I'm brave in this one, mate. Look at my hands aren't even anywhere near my face right now. I feel like they should be though. A voice?
Что это за голос?
I think it's mine. Ba-doo-doo. 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 I'm sure that's what he's doing.
Можешь что-нибудь показать, продемонстрировать себя?
I don't know why I keep looking at this picture here like it's going to change or something. Mate, that angle, that camera angle, mate. My God. That might have to be the thumbnail, you know? That is a great angle. Oh my. Mate. That closed with some force, mate. Hold on, is that a pig? I think it is a pig. I reckon it's time to TTBLO. Can I just stop this for 1 second, actually? Goosey P, this is a great video. Shout out to Goose Pimples, man.
Alongside slamming doors, he also heard the strange sounds of petering feet and whispering voices.
Oh my God, is that a... Ow, is that a baby monitor? And then we just heard a... Mama. Hold on, right. Let me try and... So, a strange giggle and someone runs away, but the cameras don't see anything. Right. Don't, mate. Mate, the sound. Ooh, I am... Christ, my entire body is... Look at his face.
That's the undeniable sound of children running away and giggling.
Mate, my whole body like shivered.
Could they be the spirits of all the children who visited the flat all those years ago? What happened to them inside there? We know there's nobody else there but him.
I'll tell you what, that is
someone hidden
genuine terror.
And you would hear them. So who or what
Look at his mate
lurking inside the apartment?
The curtain thing. I don't know. It could look like potentially there was like a thing behind it, which is why it looked like whatever. But it could also have just been the wind from the door shutting. Still terrifying. Does not matter.
When you clock into your shift, you tend to be thinking of two things: your break,
going home,
your home time.
Yes.
But for the people working in this place, the staff canteen is no longer a place to kick back and relax for half an hour, because there's a paranormal punch in the face with its feet up waiting for them. They set up a camera after weeks of staff complaining about some kind of unseen presence tormenting the paranormal punch in the face.
I'm sorry. This guy is having a cigarette, kneeling down, unsure why he sat like that. That can't be comfy. Anyway, then this, mate, the grudge bitch then hits him with something. Look.
Waiting for them. They set up a camera after weeks of staff complaining about some kind of unseen presence tormenting them on their canteen breaks. And they ended up catching some small bits of strangeness, but it started getting a bit more serious when they caught this clip.
Wait, where am I supposed to be looking? Because I don't know if it's like the pixels, but there's like something moving around here and I don't get what it is. Let's keep going. He said it, this is when it starts to get more serious.
That guy took 0 chances. He'd be the one to survive in the horror film for sure.
Nope. Nope.
What was that?
Seemed to be the
Mate,
only
what
one in there.
was this
So we aren't sure
hanging
how
out of the
packet
door?
Moved. The way the description is written does make it seem as though these guys would be prone to pranks. It just doesn't seem plausible that that's all they would have done if they were trying to really scare someone. But it all gets more confusing with the last clip they were able to catch in the canteen.
Mate, this is... Like, this stuff is obviously all very easily fakeable. Like, the camera quality is so poor, like, you wouldn't even be able to see if there was, like, a bit of, like, fishing wire or something being used.
Both left and right, falling when pulled to the right. So if someone were pulling on a string, they wouldn't be able to create that effect. So what's going on?
That's not entirely true, because they could have one bit tied from one side and then pull that, and then they could have another bit from the other side. So...
right side of the room,
very
and the
easily
window being open on the left wall, do make the clip a little sus. 2 people could be hiding, holding a string each. But then how does that explain the video with the staff member? Is this a canteen poltergeist or something a little more mischievous?
To be fair, his reaction was, like, pretty legit.
Number 2, drop a gear.
Because in that moment, what are you doing if, like, I don't know, you're sat at the table, eating some food, your phone's in front of you, next minute your phone just starts flying towards you. Like, first of all, I'm picking it up and I'm dashing it, mate. I don't have a phone anymore. Simple as. I'll buy a walkie-talkie.
Late into the night is always great until you have to get yourself back home. But this guy and his girlfriend had no worries because he had just got his bike license and his first ever bike. While maybe somewhat intoxicated, the pair hopped on the bike at 3 AM and headed home.
Don't do that. Just don't do it. If you drink and drive, you're an idiot. Not even gonna lie. I don't even care. If that offends anyone, you are an idiot.
In their tipsy state, they thought it would be a fantastic memory to have. So the girlfriend whipped out her phone and started recording their first romantic nighttime ride. But as her boyfriend turned to take a shortcut home, he dropped a gear and disappeared after he saw something horrifying lingering near the bridge. He didn't tell his girlfriend what he saw at first, hoping he could just keep it to himself. But when she reviewed the footage later on, her blood ran cold, and she posted it online to see what people thought it was.
I don't like this video already.
What she caught.
I really don't like this. Fantastic quality again. Man was trying to... He lived in the other side of town and decided to take a shortcut through a bridge next to the road. I actually have a feeling the camera quality is not going to be as bad as what... This is, they've just blurred it for the text. When he arrived to the shortcut, he saw something that made him take the long way. Probably should have just taken the long way. Mate, I swear to God. Oh my God.
That's enough to have anyone reaching for a spare pair of pants. At first glance, it looks like a person in a weird Halloween mask and a black hoodie, but when you look a little closer, you'll notice something petrifying.
No.
The entity doesn't have any shadow.
No.
Meaning it most likely isn't human in almost every kind of spooky folklore. Watch out next time you go
I'm
to
not
take
joking.
a shortcut at night, because those eyes might be watching you through the darkness.
No. Thank you very much. I am absolutely amazing. I'm not looking at the screen. That, I'm not joking you, Goosey P, that has got to be one of the... You know how I say often, I'm like, oh, that made me feel sick. No, that genuinely, like tired of me feeling a little bit hungover, that genuinely, like I could have been sick. Mate, that was horrible. That was one of the worst clips I think I've ever seen. We've had a few of those recently.
This guy normally couldn't get enough of rural bike tracks. He loved looking at what nature had to offer. So when he stumbled upon a little stone cave opening, he had to go take a look. After sussing it out, he went to look at some more of the forest. He didn't
have to.
But when he returned to his bike, he noticed one of the things had been dragged to the front of the opening. So he decided to see if there was anything inside, which was when he realized maybe the rural tracks weren't for him anymore.
Bro, is that my fork?
Oh my God, we've seen this one and it is horrendous. Someone made a really, really good point and I'll tell you afterwards. But yeah, someone made a really good point and it made it actually worse.
What? Hello? No. Why is that? No. Hello? What the hell? Bro, I don't care about my bike. Hello? Is anybody there?
Mate, do you know how...
I don't know, dude. Am I just hearing
utterly...
Hello? What the... Yep, nope, I'm good.
Did you notice all the little bones in front of the opening as well? Where they came from is anyone's guess. It could have been some kind of animal.
Why is that?
Maybe even one that can mimic human voices like some species
Hearing
do.
things?
But surely, an avid biker like him would...
Mate, do you know what? So someone, I'd originally put this out, I don't know, like a few months ago, and someone made a really good point and said that maybe it's someone that's either been, I don't know, attacked by something and then dragged into there, or they've like gone to explore and they've fallen in and then they are just stuck. But like the bones could be there because it could be an animal that's like dragging things into this cave and then, oh my God, that is just such a horrendous thought. Like it's bad enough thinking, oh, it could just be, I don't know, like a skinwalker or something like that. But imagine actually being a not paranormal clip. Someone's been stuck there. Oh,
would have known the difference.
no.
Yet, whatever he heard, whatever he saw, was enough to send him
I would have made him
bolting through the
explain
trees,
something.
leaving
You know what I mean?
behind
Like,
everything.
prove that
His
you're
gear,
human.
His bike, and any thought of turning back.
What the?
The fact that
Yep,
it comes
nope, I'm
out
good.
so quick as well is like,
Hey, have you watched the latest scary video on our second channel, Sleep is Cancelled?
what?
Click here to watch it now. And don't forget to stay in the dark.
No, no,
Trying to
no.
keep his sanity intact.
No, hold on. Right. Stay in the dark, mate. This is completely the opposite of my TTBLO. Mate, Goose Pimples, what a video. I haven't actually watched a Goosey P video for like a couple of months, I think. That was really, really good. Guys, do me a favor. If you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.